Alrighty guys, so you obviously remember that, oh, the wind picked up, lucky we've got a mic. You obviously remember the reason we actually got hauled here instead of waiting to take the boat back to Cayman was because we were taking on water.
We are Davy and Erica, an adventurous couple who has taken on the challenge of a lifetime. We are rebuilding a hurricane-damaged catamaran, and we are starting to see progress of all our hard work. Subscribe to our channel to follow our journey. When faced with a challenge, look for a way, not a way out.
So I've just used the peeler and I've gone along here and all the way along the keel. You can see this delamination area goes a long way. I'll show you further back in a minute. But the area we were taking on water was here. Big delamination area. This is as far as the actual peeler will get in and it stops. And I've done a little peel down. So I'll do the rest of this with the grinder, this incision here. But if you remember we took on water, look at the size of that void. All right, this was a hot patch, but there must have been a massive air bubble in there. So I'm gonna grind all this back and find out what's going on. But progress is coming.
Well, and it's nice now because I know we're only doing one video a week, which some people have said they prefer the two, but it's made us a lot less stressed out, I guess, and
it's made it easier because I'm not having to hold the camera 24 hours a day while I'm trying. Every time I was doing anything, I had to move the camera to talk to you guys. Now with less video, obviously it makes it easier for Erica as well, because the editing, she can produce a better video because she's got more time to do it. And I don't have to have the camera pointing at me 24 hours a day. Erica will come down, film the important stuff. So it's so much better. But that's definitely important stuff. Size of that hole. Boy, it's a horrible place to work. Up under there. Now it's got to be done. It's delaminations following along here. This is the worst side. The other side looks so much better.
Yeah. That doesn't smell good.
Huh? Can't smell anything. I've got a blocked up nose this morning.
How's that little hole place?
Gone. That was like down here. I've ground it all the way.
Yeah, got it to good glass?
Yeah.
Not very thick though.
No. That's alright, we'll build the thickness.
So what's the goal for today? How far are you going to go?
Right.
Just keep chipping away.
Might drop the keel. Considering dropping the keel off. Check for more damage inside the keel pocket. I haven't decided yet. So we were just going to glass them back on, so the keel pocket doesn't really matter. So I'll be fixing it from the inside anyway. And there won't be any water going up there if it's a fixed keel. I like the idea of it being more fixed keel rather than this, what do you call it, this sacrificial keels?
So
keels just fall off when they're sailing. And
would you drop the keels and then fiberglass?
I haven't decided yet. I think I'm just going to go along because it wouldn't take much. If I put that little vibrating tool up there, the little fine tool, and cut along this edge, that goes into the pocket. That's the pocket there. You see the hole?
Yeah.
That's the pocket there. I've got like access to it. Considering removing the keel. Decisions.
Think.
As always. It might be quicker actually just to remove it. I can just go along with that blade. Zip. And drop it down. Probably easier said than done. I don't know what they stuck it back in with last time. It might never come off. Did they epoxy it in, or did they just... I think you're only supposed to use like silicone or something.
Come back! That was cute.
Hi. This side's a lot better, guys. No delamination, just nice solid glass. This is a bit weird, but it's the way it is.
There's a little hole there.
Oh, I've seen that about somewhere here.
Where my finger is
Yeah.
up here. Yeah. Looks better minus this area.
It was just a hot patch that was holding it on,
Yeah,
but that's obviously the patch layer. It came down to about here, that's why I did the peeling. But the adhesion wasn't very good. But when we bought the boat, they only had polyester resin on board. They had some boxes of polyester.
Yeah.
And if they tried to repair it with polyester, I'm not surprised. You know, bonding qualities of polyester are not very good on a mechanical bond. Great with chemical bond, but not with mechanical.
Yeah, because that's just going to come right off.
Same here. This is the repair that it is.
Yeah.
It's not the whole of the boat. No, I reckon I'm going to get the...
You can drop it.
Let's drop it. Decision made. Let's drop the keel. Or attempt to drop the keel. Morning, guys. Morning, guys. Alright, so the sun's finally come back out. Been down in the yard this morning.
I'm not awake.
Erica's still fast asleep. I'm going to go down and show you what we've been doing the last couple of days that wasn't captured on camera. And yeah, just going to have a little bit of look around. I'm going to leave Erica here to do some washing up. I cooked dinner last night. We woke up this morning. She blamed me for not doing the washing up. What do you reckon, guys? Leave it in the comments. If someone cooks, does the other one wash? Hey, morning, guys. So yeah, a bit of a morning after the 2 days before, if you will. It's been absolutely torrential rain. We had like a massive river under the boat. Just wanted to show you where we're at, what we've been doing. There's a couple of bits we weren't filming because we thought we had like another week's worth of time to continue with the jobs. But we've been doing pretty good here with the keel. Clean this side up. As I said, I wanted to try and remove the keel to do any repairs that needed to be done in the pocket. Maybe put it back on as factory, or maybe to actually still fiberglass it on solid, because I've heard all the reports of these fontaines that they don't actually have very strong keels. Cleaned it up most of the way, still got a big chunk to do here, and found a bit of a rotten section in here, which is just in the keel anyway, so I can grind that back and fix it. I have been going quite deep up here, which is basically into the pocket, using a Dremel and other multi-tools. I'm personally not sure if I'm ever going to be able to get this keel off. It looks like it's been epoxied on, so we'll see. I'm going to turn that around. We'll see what we can do with that. I'm going to keep trying to get it off. If I can't, I'm going to actually revert back to what I thought was the best idea in the first place anyway, which was actually just to fiberglass them on, make them stronger. Sacrificial keel, you're not supposed to hit a reef anyway, and if you do, why do you want to tow the keel home and have to haul out to put it back on? The keel should be strong enough to take a light tap, I reckon is the best way to say it, Stephen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not have to tow it home and get a haul out. A couple other bits that we've been working on. So we did start a couple of little projects on Stephen's boat here for little sister. Now, a few of these areas here where we've actually started, they're the bigger areas of osmosis. Now, there's a few more of them. So the way that we did this, so if you imagine in these little circles, this is where we had to grind very, very deep. So we put a little bit of thickened epoxy in there first, and then a small patch, and then across the top, one big patch across. Now, that's not a finished job. This needs sanding, and the whole boat is actually going to get a coat of probably an 8-ounce matting, and then built up with epoxy again on top of that before the barrier coat goes on. coming over here, the patches aren't so big or so deep, so we're going to use smaller ones and some thickened epoxy to smooth things out and fix bits. So that's a work in progress, which we're going to get back to as soon as the weather comes in. And also we are waiting on mixing cups and mixing sticks. Okay guys, anyway, so we're going to get back to little sister. We're repairing this osmosis quite soon, but due to the fact with the weather around here, we've been running the generators. So Stephen's Honda 2000 has decided it's not very happy and wants a bit of TLC. Our one, it's done pretty well, did fail one time in the night, but I think that was water in the carburetor. So I've got our one running, but we're going to look into Stephen's one. It didn't start again once I drained the carburetor to make sure if it was water in the fuel. So we're going to take the carby off and have a look at that. I'm not going to show this in this video. I have gone into that before in another video previously. Alright, so let's crack on with this day and see what we can get accomplished. Hey there guys, so a little bit of good news. We put a little bit of an order in for a couple of bits. Oh, the wind's picked up, of course. Picked some stuff off of the floor. We put a bit of an order in for a few bits and pieces. So the fairing filler that we ordered has finally arrived. A little bit surprised about this stuff. It's a lot heavier than I thought. It's a 5-gallon bucket and it ended up weighing 27 pounds. So I'm hoping it goes a long way because it's very, very heavy. What I thought we'd do is a little bit of a test. A couple of other bits that arrived today. Stephen, just a couple of days ago, put in an order for more mixing pots, more towels and rags, lots more mixing pots, mixing sticks and spatulas, all that sort of stuff. So that stuff's arrived, which is super handy because we are going to need that both for little sister and for us. We were kind of getting to a standstill because we were running out of the sort of consumable items. Anyway, what I thought we'd do right now though is mix up some of this fairing filler because I'm super excited to see how it works. Show you the label. So this is the guys that we got it for. It's for both epoxy or polyester. It did actually say also vinyl ester online. We're going to be using it with the epoxy as a fairing filler that can be used above and below the waterline. That's as it's directed on their website. I've poured a little bit into a small container here just so that we can do a bit of a tester. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera down. I'm going to clean a section on little sister because we've got all those lumps and bumps. Mix it up and we can see how much density you need to use, so i.e. how far is the bucket going to go, and the other one we'll put it on little sister and we'll do a sanding test on it tomorrow. So let's give that a try. Alright, so this is the bit I'm really interested in. I want to see how far this goes. As I mentioned before, it's very, very heavy. So the fairing filler itself came in at a really good price, but I was so surprised at the weight because we're used to using fairing fillers from like West System, this sort of stuff, and the stuff's so light, it's like feather light. So when this stuff turned up at our delivery address in Miami for the for the shipping over here, it came in at 27 pounds for this bucket, which was very surprising. So with it being so dense, maybe it just goes a long way. Maybe this is going to be enough, to really get us a long way on both these boats. Doesn't look like it to me. Feels more like talcum powder, which I hope it's not because, well, I'm sure it's not because they say it's above and below the waterline. Density wise, it's definitely don't need any more than any other system that we've used. Alright, starting to thick up, but that's 3 spoons in just 30 mLs and it's still quite runny. See it? So that's about 3.5 spoons now, nearly 4 spoons. Starting to thicken up. I was really hoping that this stuff was going to be just need a little bit, and it made up for the fact of the weight of the actual system itself. Still nowhere near peanut butter like we need for fairing filler. Get in there, but consistency is still too thin to use it like fairing filler. So we're going to need a lot of this stuff, which it definitely isn't going to make it my favourite product because it's so heavy. Alright, now we're starting to get the right consistency. You see it here, it's starting to turn more like peanut butter, so it doesn't quite drip off. That means it'll actually stick to the boat without running. Alright, we've got the right consistency. I'm happy with the consistency now. But we needed, in 30 mLs, we needed about 4.5 tablespoons of the powder stuff. So it's quite a lot, to be honest. Let's see what it goes like on the boat, and then we can do a sanding test tomorrow. Alright, so we've got the first application on of it there to fill. We're only doing these little divots and rivets. Certainly don't feel like the biggest fan of this product so far for ease of application, but I'm not going to give it a thumbs down just yet. I should definitely try it a couple more times. That's not really fair on the company, just the one-time mix and one-time use. But to thicken it up like the normal peanut butter thickness and put it on, it feels very dry when you apply it. So we're definitely going to have to try this one or two more times. I'm going to leave this one and then sand that back in the morning and see how it goes. The ease of sanding is also a massive point, because this is a big amount of osmosis. This whole boat is covered in these rivets and divots. So let's give that well, let's just leave it there and not say too much more until the morning. Okay, so done that first test with the sanding. I'm definitely going to give it about an 8 or a 9 out of 10 for sandability. It sands nice. I was using 60 grit paper on the sander, and it didn't take long at all to bring it back down to quite a nice finish. There's certain areas that aren't a very nice finish, but that's my application, that wasn't the product. Down here, I think it was like the mixture I made, maybe it was slightly thinner or something at the bottom of the pot, because this is the last sort of area I did, and that definitely went on better. So I think it's a case of user needs to learn the product first. But it looks like this product's going to be good, easy to sand, and it's a fairing filler we mix with epoxy that we can use above and below the waterline. So fingers crossed, we might have found the right product. Good morning, do you have everyone? Erica looks like the crazy dog woman in the mornings. At least it's not cats. Fox, we need about 4 minutes of video. Can you help? Should we go make some camera magic? You want to go down? You want to go play? Should we go play ball? You're not being very photogenic.